The rainy season is here, and with it comes not just harsh weather, but also diseases like dengue. This Dengue Awareness Month, we talk about prevention and more with pediatric infectious disease specialist Abigail Chong. Doc, thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. What kind of viruses do mosquitoes carry?
Hi, good evening, Sir Rico. Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be with you here tonight. So mosquitoes actually carry a lot of viruses, and dengue is just one of them. So the name of the mosquito is Aedes, and it also carries chikungunya, the chikungunya virus, which is quite similar to the dengue virus, but it differs in that the joint pains are more severe in
Uh-huh.
chikungunya, but they're from the same
Chikungunya.
mosquito. So aside from chikungunya, there's Zika, and even malaria is also transmitted by a mosquito called Anopheles. No? So there's really a lot of diseases brought about by these mosquitoes.
So, this certain type of mosquito that you call chikungunya, is it all over the place? Is it in all parts of the Philippines that we can find this certain type of mosquito?
Yes, the Aedes mosquito is found all over the Philippines. But there are areas wherein there's really like a high burden, or there are more diseases or dengue cases that you can see, like Region 4 is actually a high burden area of dengue, for dengue.
Why is dengue, doc, more prevalent during the rainy and wet season?
Okay, so it's more prevalent during the rainy season because, these mosquitoes, they breed in water. So they lay their eggs, these adult mosquitoes, female mosquitoes lay their eggs in stagnant water. So, even just a small container of water, the mosquito can actually lay their eggs there.
Mm.
And these eggs can develop into larvae and then further on into adult mosquitoes. So, in the Philippines, we do have like a lot of containers, as you can see in the
Mm.
videos. There's a lot of places wherein there's a lot of catchment areas for water. That's why we should really be careful, especially in our household. We should take out the water at least once every week so that these mosquitoes don't develop into adult mosquitoes.
Yes. So, doc, when we are bitten by a mosquito and we start feeling symptoms, what are the different stages of dengue?
Of dengue. Okay, yeah. So I think we should all be aware also of the symptoms of dengue. So it usually starts off as very non-specific. It's really like a flu-like illness. So it can present with high fever, headache, body weakness, body aches, body pains, abdominal pain also, and vomiting. So the fever usually lasts from 2 to 7 days in dengue. And then
Mhm.
this is followed if once the fever starts to rise or starts to go down, this is followed by the critical phase. So the critical phase, that's when the patient already or may present with shock. So because in dengue, there's really a lot of
Yes.
extravasation of fluid from the
Uh-uh.
blood vessels.
So,
So the fluid is not kept inside the blood vessel.
mhm.
So they may
So,
present with shock, and then within 48 hours, these patients usually recover, and then that's followed by the convalescent or recovery
right.
phase.
So, briefly, doc, no, let's talk about prevention. How can we prevent mosquito bites and avoid dengue?
Okay, so it's when there's a lot of preventive measures for dengue. So there's like personal protective measures, and then there's also the ones that could kill mosquitoes as well. So for our own personal protection, so of course when there's that you're going out to an area where there's a lot of mosquitoes, then it's much better to wear protective clothing like long sleeves or long
Mm.
pants. And then you should be you can also apply lotion such as or mosquito repellents. So you should buy those mosquito repellents which contain DEET. Okay, the ingredient DEET. So that's really the proven one to kill mosquitoes or to repel mosquitoes. Then there's also, of course, like I mentioned earlier, you have to, if you have like a lot of potted plants, during the pandemic, we have a lot of plantitas. So if you have a lot of potted plants that can, if you have stagnant water in the house, you have to get rid or change water every week so that these eggs don't mature into larvae and then further on into mosquitoes.
Thank you so much for your insights on mosquitoes and dengue. Pediatric infectious diseases specialist Abigail Chong. And you can get more health tips on MedTalk Health Talk, hosted by Dr. Freddy Gomez, with new episodes every Tuesday at 3:30 in the afternoon.